Right now at 6, nearly 2,000 people showed up to search for a missing Winona woman. Authorities are planning another search for tomorrow. And Governor Evers pardons nearly 160 more Wisconsinites, going far beyond the number of pardons of any other Wisconsin governor.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Thousands of volunteers arrived in Winona and Rushford today to help search for a missing mom. News 8 Now's Dua Israr was at the mass search and explains what law enforcement wants everyone to know.
Ken, 26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury has been missing since the morning of March 31st. Today, law enforcement officials urged everyone in Winona and Fillmore counties to search their properties.
Command, Bus 82 is back at command.
Feels like we all care as much as one could for someone you don't know.
In Winona, every step forward is a silent prayer.
It's our duty to go out and look for her.
26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury dropped her children off at daycare on the morning of March 31st. She hasn't been heard or seen since then.
Please check your properties for anything.
Okay, Conway.
More than 1,800 community members are now searching for Madeline. Volunteers were bused from Rushford and Winona to search areas.
She's part of our community. I feel like if it was someone in my family that was missing, I would hope that the community would come together and everyone would go out looking for them.
Winona Police Chief Tom Williams says this search wouldn't have been possible unless people stepped up.
Today's large volunteer search happened because we heard from people in Winona, our surrounding neighbors, and across the state of Minnesota that they wanted to help.
Volunteers remember Madeline as a happy and loving person.
She cared about everybody that she came across and very selfless.
They say they'll continue to search.
Whether you know the person or not, we're just a tight-knit community who cares for each other.
Until Madeline returns home. Police are asking for residents along Highway 43 in Winona and Fillmore counties to check their security cameras for a van similar to Madeline's. And if anyone has any information, contact Winona Police or Winona Crime Stoppers. Ken?
All right, Dua, thanks very much. And there is another search scheduled for this Saturday. Authorities are asking for people 18 and older who can handle walking on rough terrain for long distances. The two meeting spots will be the same. Volunteers are encouraged to register for that search online. We've got that information at news8000.com. Jurors determine a former Cashton teacher and coach is not guilty of sexually assaulting a student and child enticement. 52-year-old Jeremy Mosley was accused of both counts after a former student says he assaulted her while performing what he called an examination of her hips. Both the student and Mosley testified over the 3-day trial. Mosley maintained that he never had any sexual contact with students. Mosley's attorney delivered a statement off camera after today's verdict saying, quote, "Both families have been through a great deal in this matter, but we believe the jury got the verdict right and hope both families are able to get back to their lives." Trempealeau County authorities are looking for information about a high-speed chase of a stolen car. The chase happened Thursday morning. Trempealeau County deputies were called to help Eau Claire County deputies in following a blue 2014 Fiat. According to authorities, the driver was a white man in his 30s with short hair. They say there was a passenger, a white woman with brown hair and a puffy jacket. Deputies are asking anyone with information about the chase to contact them. We've got more information posted on our website.
As we head into the Easter weekend, we do have some flooding concerns to talk about. Let's go ahead and hit the maps, shall we? The Black River over towards the Galesville area. Flood stage is at 12 feet. The current stage is at 12.2 feet. Now, this did get extended to expire Saturday night. This was initially supposed to expire tomorrow morning. It has been extended. Now, in terms of the Mississippi, at La Crosse, we're sitting at 9.22 feet. As we go throughout the weekend, it'll go up to about 9.6 feet. And then as we go into the 14th, it'll be at about 10.5 feet. Now, flood stage is 12 feet, so that's something we'll keep an eye on. Numbers outside, we're seeing temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Prairie du Chien, look at you guys. I see you down there. 60 degrees, not too far behind. Boscobel, 59, 57 Decorah, 53 Viroqua. We're at 56 in La Crosse, 54 in Winona. 47 is the current temperature in Eau Claire, but everybody in the Coulee region as well as the Chippewa Valley substantially warmer as compared to yesterday. 13 degrees warmer in Decorah, 9 degrees warmer in Eau Claire. So we take a look at the next several hours. We'll see temperatures going into the upper 40s by the 9 o'clock hour and then mid 40s as we go into the overnight hours. Now, Ken, coming up in the first warn forecast, it is Easter weekend. And I'll tell you this right now, not a peep. Not a peep.
Bring
it's
in
a great forecast.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yes.
Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
Back on the news side of things this evening, the official tally for La Crosse's municipal elections has been counted. The city's Board of Canvassers met today at City Hall to count provisional ballots from Tuesday's election. Provisional ballots give voters an extended period to vote if they did not have an acceptable form of ID at the polls. These ballots were accepted until 4 p.m. today, adding 3 additional votes to the city's existing total. La Crosse City Clerk Nikki Elson says the winning city council members will be mailed a certificate of election on Monday and then officially sworn in on Tuesday, April 18th. Wisconsin's governor is adding on to his record number of pardons. Democrat Tony Evers has announced 159 new pardons today, bringing his 4-year total to 933. That is far and away the most any Wisconsin governor has issued. The pardon is a power granted in the state constitution that allows the governor to restore some key rights to people convicted of a felony. A pardon does not erase a conviction, but felons granted one regain their right to vote, to be on a jury, and hold public office, and even own a gun. Wisconsin's probation and parole officers are falling behind. That's according to a nonpartisan legislative audit published today. It says the state's probation and parole program, which oversees more than 63,000 offenders, is not meeting deadlines for investigations and risk assessments. A core problem is understaffing, leading to more staff members reporting frustration with high workloads and low pay. Public comment from Wisconsin's DNR is now available for everyone to read. The agency compiled all the letters, messages, and emails sent from November of last year to February. The DNR got about 3,500 comments. Now, the DNR is reviewing the comments and will use them to consider revisions to the proposed wolf management plan. When ready, it'll be presented to the Natural Resources Board. We've got a link to the comments on news8000.com. The Public Service Commission is adding another area code to northeast Wisconsin. The 920 area code has exclusively covered the region, including the likes of Green Bay and Sheboygan, but it's set to run out of combinations by early 2024. The North American Numbering Plan Administration will introduce the new area code 274 starting May 5th. All current customers with a 920 code will keep their existing numbers and their service won't be affected. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is joining a bipartisan effort to encourage Made in America manufacturing. The bill would create a National Manufacturing Advisory Council made up of manufacturers and other industry experts to advise Congress on how to encourage industry growth and success. The council would meet at least twice a year and help Congress identify solutions to everything from technology and workforce changes to supply chain logistics. A recall on lettuce is extended into Wisconsin and 5 other states. Revolution Farms is recalling all its products packed between March 3rd and March 11th. The Michigan Department of Agriculture says the brand has a high risk of carrying listeria. It's a bacteria that can cause serious infections in young children, older people, and those with weakened immune systems. Customers who think they got sick from the products should seek medical attention right away. Still ahead, rural EMS agencies are in a state of crisis. Lack of staff and resources mean it's taking longer for help to come to people living out in the country. And that time could mean life or death for a patient.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen are skillfully installed by certified technicians and backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 24 months. Visit myasherpromo.com today.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We're the lawn and garden experts, offering the spring supplies you need to build out your dream yard at unbeatable prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $15 gift card with $100 spent on Scott's products. All Livingston vegetable and flower seeds 25% off MSRP. Save $10 on these 20-pound bags of estate grass seed. And Briggs & Stratton small engine oil just $8.99. Rewards members save an extra buck.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Emergency services in rural areas of Wisconsin are reaching a point of crisis. A new report from the Wisconsin Office of Rural Health says that 41% of EMS agencies statewide reported service gaps in the past 12 months. With not enough staff and resources, people in their most vulnerable moments aren't being given the care that they need. That's according to the office. And as Andrew Banstra explains, response times are getting longer, and that, for a patient, makes a difference between life and death.
Can you imagine calling 911 because your significant other just became unresponsive and it takes an hour to get somebody to your house to do that? When you think that you're paying taxes for providing an ambulance down the street from you from the fire station?
That's the reality for many Wisconsinites, according to a new Wisconsin Office of Rural Health report. They say between 40 and 50% of EMS agencies statewide can't staff ambulances 24/7, 365 like they're required to.
Just within the last week, I've seen data where ambulances were brought from as far away as 30 miles away to handle a 911 call, which took over an hour to get an ambulance on CNAT. So, I mean, this is happening today in 2023 in Wisconsin.
When Wisconsin's EMS system was created in 1968, it was largely volunteer-run. Today, volunteers are harder to come by. And staffing an agency year-round is simply a bill these municipalities can't pay.
If you go from a service that's been all volunteer and then you need to staff it with all full-time staff, that's a $600,000 difference. These people aren't being served well. We're not serving the most vulnerable people in our community at the point when they're the most vulnerable, and it's going to take money to increase that.
James said, too, the Wisconsin State Office has 3 regional coordinators to supervise 800 agencies and 18,000 providers.
This didn't happen today. It reached a crisis point now. And this is really the opportunity of where we have to make a decision on how we're going to keep delivering these services at a local level.
30% of EMS agencies said they don't have the funds for next year. But what's the path forward?
Many communities don't have the resources to fund it at the level that they need to fund it at. And it's a municipal service. So the expectation that somebody is going to do this for free or at a very low cost and personally subsidize the cost to the local taxpayer, that's just a poor expectation. We don't expect that of our public works employees. We don't expect that of our law enforcement. But that's been the ongoing expectation in fire and EMS.
Still ahead tonight, a chance to help out your neighbors with a little yard work at the end of the month. Plus, if you want to get out and enjoy the weather, there's an art walk happening in downtown La Crosse tonight.
And in the world of weather, we have increasing clouds going through the Coulee region. Easter Sunday is this weekend, and the question is will you be able to get the Easter egg hunt in? I'll have the answer in the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Morning. Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast starts your day with made-from-scratch sausage and egg biscuits, biscuit and gravy, or sweet cinnamon roll. Pick any 2, just $5. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Just 24 hours a day. How can I get more? There is no amount that is enough because you just have no control. Opioid use just takes all control away from the human being. Find out how to use Narcan, get it, and keep it on you. Keep it in your house, keep it in your vehicle. Wherever it can be kept, just have it on hand.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Habitat for Humanity is still looking for volunteers for Neighbors Day. The event brings community members together to help out the elderly or people living with disabilities who aren't able to do yard work. You can sign up as an individual or as a team with family and friends. Neighbors Day happens Saturday, April 22nd, with everyone meeting up at Myrick Park at 8 a.m. You can sign up on Habitat for Humanity's website. And there's an art walk happening today in downtown La Crosse. Based at the River City Gallery on Main Street, the art walk will lead observers to multiple downtown galleries and restaurants that feature local artists. This month's walk focuses on impressionistic artists. Everything started up at 4 and runs until 7. All right, time for a check of your weekend weather with our meteorologist, Eric Dean.
Tell you what, Ken, I'm putting all my eggs in the 70-degree basket next week.
Hey, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's going to be just downright nice. We'll see temperatures in the mid-70s with plenty of sunshine, but we've got to get past Easter weekend first, and I know you guys are excited to see that forecast. So here we go, Easter weekend. Saturday, we'll see mostly sunny skies and a high of 63. I want to draw your attention to Sunday. Sunday, we have a high of 66, and you're looking at that, and you're like, oh, man, a rain chance, really? It's going to be in the evening and overnight hours. I would not cancel your Easter plans at all. Matter of fact, make more throughout the day. This is going to be in the evening and overnight hours going into your Monday. And for Saturday across the area, everybody's going to be in the 50s and 60s, mid-60s towards Prairie du Chien as well as Boscobel. 61 will be the high in Viroqua, 63 in Sparta, as well as Black River Falls, Eau Claire. You'll make it to 60 degrees. And by Easter Sunday, we'll be in the mid to upper 60s. Look at Boscobel, 69 degrees, 66 in Eau Claire, 62 in Ladysmith. We have clouds out there right now. I made it to 58, pretty much on par for this time of year. Average high is 56, still well below normal on the low end. 28 was our morning start. 35 is where we should be for this time of year. We have cloudy skies. 56 is the current temperature at the airport. Same story here at the TV station. Humidity is sitting at 33% with winds out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. Eau Claire, you're at 47 degrees with plenty of sun, but it feels like 41 out there because of that northeasterly wind. You guys made it to 50 today. Again, pretty much on par for normal. 52 is where you should be for this time of year. 17 was your morning start. The radar scan showing the rain starting to pick up across the majority of the Coulee region. Not everybody will see the precipitation, but the ones who do see it will get a nice downpour. So with that, I'm going to keep that rain chance in the forecast. We're on the back end of a high pressure system. It is large and in charge, and it's going to stay in control as we go into the next several days, and that's what's going to usher in those temperatures in the mid-70s. So let's go ahead and dive into the forecast for the evening and overnight hours. There's that rain chance I was talking about. I think across our central and northern zones is where the greatest chance of rain will be. Southern zones, I think you're going to stay mostly cloudy. By Saturday, we'll see temperatures in the 60s by the 5 o'clock hour, and then for Sunday, Easter Sunday, there you go, 7 a.m. We'll see temperatures in the 30s and 40s. The clouds will dissipate as we go into the afternoon and early evening hours. That takes us into next week. So like I said, high pressure is going to stay in control. You can see that ridge start to build up, and when it does, Oh, it's going to warm us up. We're talking temperatures in the mid to upper 70s some places next week. Would not surprise me if we hit 80. First one forecast for tonight, we're going to 36 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Again, a small rain chance in the forecast. Winds will be out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we'll go to 48 degrees by the 10 o'clock hour with cloudy skies. Plenty of sun by the afternoon and early evening hours with hot temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. And the next 8 days, we go to 66 on Sunday. Again, that rain chance is going to be in the evening and overnight hours. Do not cancel your Easter Sunday plans. Upper 60s to low 70s will be the rule for Monday, and then mid to upper 70s for the majority of next week. And like I said, Ken, some places, especially on Wednesday, would not surprise me if they hit 80.
I love the sound of it. That's a great looking 8-day.
That's beautiful.
All right, Eric, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, Twins playing at Target Field for the first time this season. Plus, UWL baseball off to a very hot start, looking up to pick up 2 more conference wins this afternoon. Rob's got those highlights from Copeland Park next.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
Get 11% off your bathroom projects at Menards. Max has more than 1,000 shower doors, bathtubs, and showers to add luxury and style to your life. Get a Saks freestanding bathtub for $699.98 after rebate. Finish your renovation with a Mica shower faucet. This all-in-one faucet includes a rainfall and handheld shower head, giving you a spa-like experience. Now just $199.97 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When you rent a Culligan water softener, there is no down payment or maintenance costs. Imagine all you could do with the savings. Dive into better water. Contact your local Culligan water dealer.
Nicolay, baby. I'll testify my commitment to the truth. Companies tremble while I'm spitting in the booth. I'm a lawyer rapper, peak the fit. Reppin' Nicolay law, cause we're the...
Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm making a rap video.
Good job. All right.
Boom! Billboards, baby!
Some might call us anglers, optimists, or thrill seekers. And in the case of some folks, stretchers of certain truths. And they wouldn't be wrong. But at Shields, we know the real term for those of us who've chosen a life lived on the water. We're the lucky ones. Shields.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
What a start for the UWL baseball team. The Eagles have soared past the competition so far this season. A 14-3 start for lacrosse, 7-1 in conference play. And this afternoon, the Eagles were looking to add 2 more in the win column. Perfect day for a doubleheader. Eagles taking game 1 over Stevens Point 6-5, but in game 2, the Pointers, they strike first. 1 on for Bradley Comer. And the big man gets all of this one, and no doubter gets out of the park in a hurry. 2-run shot makes it 2-0 Stevens Point. Still in the first, Pointers looking for more, but check out this play by Logan Pye, the right fielder, taking a base hit away and limiting the damage in the first. Bottom of the inning now, Eagles answer back. Jack Oliver at the dish. The lefty lines it the other way for a base hit. Pye's going to score from second. Eagles cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1. Later in the inning, 2 on for George Seaman, and he goes back up the box for a base hit. That gets through into center field. 2 runs are going to come in a score. Eagles jump out in front 3-2, but the Pointers pull away in this one. They get the win 14-3 as the Eagles settle for the split. What a home opener for the Twins. Minnesota was down 2-1 in the 10th, but Jose Miranda ties the game with an RBI single in right field, and then Kyle Farmer plays the hero. He goes back up the box for an RBI single, and the Twins walk it off against the defending champs 3-2 the final over Houston. Big series for the Brewers begins tonight in Milwaukee as the rival Cardinals are in town for 3. The Crew took care of the Mets earlier this week, extending their win streak to 5 games. They're 5-1 so far to start the season. They'll look to make it 6 in a row tonight against St. Louis. Brandon Woodruff gets the ball for the Brewers. First pitch scheduled for 7:10. The weather for round 2 of the Masters, not as ideal as round 1 yesterday, but before the rain started coming down, Brooks Koepka picking up right where he left off on Thursday. Here's Koepka on the par 5 8th. Beautiful second shot, gets him on the green. He'd eagle 8 to get to 10 under. Koepka finishes at 12 under par with the second round 67. Play has been suspended for round 2. Koepka currently with a 3-shot lead over Jon Rahm.
Your play of the week brought to you by Gunderson Health System, helping you love how healthy feels.
All of this one, 2 runners on. Erickson sends it out of Copeland Park for the 3-run blast in his first at-bat of the year. A monster shot. That's how you start the year, as Erickson gets our play of the week. What do we?
Power, man, for Central.
That was crushed.
Yeah, usually rocking that cleanup spot or the 3-hole for Central this year.
Something about lefties just looks like they hit the ball further.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right into the party deck over there in right field.
How about the Twins? What a
Yeah.
walk-off. Down 2-1 against the defending champs. Their game was rescheduled for today, home opener. It's a good way to start.
It is. I got a couple of people who were at Target Field today, so they were witnessing a dandy of a game over
Going
there.
home happy?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Rob,
Maybe the Brewers can make it, was that 6 in a row tonight?
fingers crossed, but it is the Cards.
Yep. Tough series.
Really is.
Rivals.
All right. Rob, thanks very much.
You got it.
We'll get those highlights at 10, and we will be right back.
Countdown to Ashley's one-day spring sale starts now. This Saturday, April 8th, in-store only. Get unbeatable doorbuster prices all day. Plus, the first 75 people will receive a scratch-off coupon, and one lucky guest will win $2,500 off their purchase at Ashley.
Sometimes in louder situations, it's tough to hear what others are saying.
We just thought, why not get a baseline so that we know where we're at?
I think the staff is very friendly.
They live here in our community. They care about the people that live here. They want to help people hear better. I feel like we're in the business of keeping people's eyes healthy, but I feel like keeping your ears healthy is also very important, and all of our senses are important.
Better Hearing Center on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Firefighters Credit Union now has credit cards. I know what some of you are thinking. The money man has sold his soul to the devil. Well, not quite. Unlike the big credit card issuers, we don't want you to pay interest. We don't want you to pay late fees. We don't want you to pay over the limit fees. We want you to use our card. If you use it correctly, you'll never pay a dime, and we'll pay you to use it. Are you intrigued? Give us a call and find out more today.
At Ashley, spring into slumber with a variety of comfort choices from top mattress brands like Ashley Sleep and Sealy. Or get 0% interest for 60 months on select mattresses. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
One final look at the next 8 days. We'll go into the 60s this weekend. Easter Sunday, that rain chances in the evening and overnight hours. Do not cancel your plans whatsoever. And then upper 70s by next week.
You really can't ask for much more, I think, out of an 8-day.
I think I'm going to have to get Bill to wash my car.
Sounds like a plan. We'll see you
yeah.
at 10, everybody.